iDriveSoCal is brought to you by the very best auto retailers from across Southern California. When it's time for you to buy or even just kick the tires on the idea of buying, just go to iDriveSoCal.com and click on dealers. iDriveSoCal.com, click on dealers, and get connected. Now, on with the podcast.
They shut down the street and all the cars are lined up on the north and south side of the street. It's the South Pasadena, I believe it's Tournament of Roses. So it's for the South Pasadena float. They even brought out the float. Obviously, they haven't put any flowers on, but the skeleton of the float was on display there. You'll see a lot of classic vehicles and custom hot rods as well. They also had almost an entire block of celebrity vehicles, such as cars from the Dukes of Hazzard, Knight Rider.
Welcome to iDriveSoCal, the podcast, all about mobility from the automotive capital of the United States, Southern California. Tom Smith here with the good professor, Mr. Clinton Kwan. Say hello, Clinton.
Hi, Tom.
Hello, my friend. Thank you for joining us again. This podcast is a little bit of a surprise as we are in the midst of covering the professor's the professor's spectacular September of auto shows. Dun, 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 dun. But while the professor was out and about at auto shows, as he does almost every weekend here in Southern California, he unexpectedly, unplannedly hit one
Is
called...
that a word?
Yeah, I make up my own words, dude. It's my podcast.
Okay.
Unplannedly. Cruising for Roses. This past Sunday, he hit that one after the Japanese Classic Car Show, which was... So are we going to call actually Cruis'n for Roses an official part of the professor's spectacular September of auto shows? Dun, 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 dun.
We can include that.
Dun, 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 dun. Fantabulistic. We just added something, but it wasn't even on the events page.
No, it wasn't.
Do you know how many listeners are going to be disappointed? Dude, it wasn't on the events page.
Yes.
You didn't talk about it in the first spectacular September of Auto Shows podcast you did, and then all of a sudden you just go, and you didn't tell us.
We got to throw in a few surprises here and there.
Frowny face. So, Cruis'n for Roses. I'm guessing that one might be in the Pasadena area.
It's actually in South Pasadena.
South Pass.
Yeah. And this show, it's also celebrating its 14th year, just like the Japanese Classic Car Show. Interesting. It's held on the same weekend as well.
All right. So the Japanese Classic Car Show was Saturday in Long Beach. Cruis'n for Roses is the Sunday, same weekend.
Same weekend on Sunday.
And they're both just one-day events?
They're both one-day events.
Okay.
Yeah.
Separate podcast, boys and girls, for the Japanese Classic Car Show. Of course, both this one that you're listening to and that one have some pretty cool pics that the professor took, so check those out for sure. Cruis'n for Roses being in South Pasadena, which South Pasadena is actually the old part, right? The old town part of Pasadena?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, cool shops and
yeah, there's
and
a lot of really
stuff, right?
cool shops, boutiques, restaurants.
Yeah. So if you haven't been, if you're Southern Californianite, yeah. If you're from Southern California or not, South Pasadena is something cool to check out, and definitely do it for when they're running an auto show. Of course, if you want to do it for Cruis'n for Roses, you're going to have to wait about 363 days at this point. But
yes, yeah, they shut down the street, and all the cars are lined up on the north and south side of the street.
All right, very cool. And was there a charity tie-in or something that raised money for a float or something that you mentioned?
Yeah, it's what is it called? The South Pasadena, I believe it's Tournament of Roses. So it's for it's for the South Pasadena float.
Okay, so the Rose Parade. So this car show literally ties into the Rose Parade.
Yes, that is correct.
Little money raiser for the Rose Parade float that part of town puts into the Rose Parade.
Yes, and they even brought out the float. Obviously, they haven't put any flowers on, but the skeleton of the float was on display there.
What did it look like?
I believe this year the theme there? Is it 3 birds or I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
4 dogs.
Well,
3 dog night.
It's just the skeleton and there's nothing
Fleetwood
on
Mac?
it. No.
It's just a skeleton. So it's
Yes.
a bunch of chicken wire with boards underneath it on wheels.
Yes.
Okay.
You could say that.
Fascinating. So cruising for roses at the South Pasadena area there. What do we have at that show?
Well, the theme for this show is classic
birds?
classic cars and hot rods.
Okay.
So you'll see a lot of classic vehicles and custom hot rods as well. They also had almost an entire block of celebrity vehicles, or what you could call movie vehicles or television show vehicles. Such as cars from the Dukes of Hazzard, Knight Rider.
Nice. Knight Rider. Kit.
Yes. I remember that was one of my very favorite shows.
You got Kit. You got you have the General Lee.
The General Lee, the Dodge Charger.
What was Starsky and Hutch's vehicle?
That was I didn't
think
watch
it had
that
a
show,
name.
but it was a muscle car. Oh, what was the actual name of it? Yeah, I never watched that show.
It was
so
a
I don't know.
red coupe with a racing stripe thing on either side, whatever. I had a Matchbox car of it. Batmobile there?
No Batmobile, but they had a Camaro from, what is that, the Transformers, I believe?
Oh, the yellow one?
Yes.
Killer
correct.
Bee, Super Bee, somebody?
Bumblebee.
Bumblebee. That's one. Right. All right.
Yes.
What about the Green Hornet? That was just on the other night.
No Green Hornet.
Yeah.
But they had a Jaguar that was, what was that from that
Isn't
British
it
film?
Jaguar?
Yeah. Yes, correct.
Sorry. The coupe.
The coupe.
Jaguar. So they had a Jaguar from what?
I'm trying to remember the film.
So it wasn't actually celebrities hanging out next to their cars, like Jay Leno showing off some of his stuff.
No.
It was cars that have made it into TV shows and movies.
TV shows and movies.
Was it the
correct.
actual cars or replicas or who knows?
That I don't know.
Right.
Some of them could be the actual. Some of them are probably just. I'm sure some of them are just replicas.
Got it. Okay. And so Cruising for Roses, South Pasadena, sounds like a fun show. You went to it last minute. How come?
Well, I was looking for something fun to do on a Sunday, and I had some free time, so I decided to check it out. And I've been to the show before, and I just remembered that it was that this coming weekend. There's been a number of years I didn't go because it was the same weekend as the Palos Verdes Concours Elegance, but that car show has moved now until late December or early October. So that's why.
The PV Concord?
Yeah, it's the last Sunday this September.
I thought you just said December.
No, I said September. I'm sorry, I said September.
Well, yeah, we got to record it, whatever it is. Either you said it wrong or I heard it wrong. But we got proof right here, baby.
Okay.
All right. So they had the celebrity cars. What else did they have there?
Well, as I mentioned, mostly hot rods and classic cars.
Yep.
But there's a little bit of everything. I saw a Dodge Viper. There was a 1957 Lotus 11 race car. I saw an Aston Martin V8 Vantage. A number of classic Porsche 911s.
Okay. Box of chocolates.
De Tomaso Pantera. So you're getting a little bit of everything, but mostly
De Tomaso Pantera?
The Pantera, yes. You remember the Pantera?
Say that again, though. I do remember the Pantera.
The yellow.
What did you say before that?
De Tomaso Pantera.
De Tomaso?
Yes. DETMASO.
Okay. Well, you're teaching me more. It's always that's why you're the professor. You're just dropping the lessons, giving you pearls. Here you go. Here's another one. Free credits for college. No problem. Sorry. So the
Mercedes Gullwing as well.
I did see that one. I love Gullwings. Those are so cool. The old ones.
Yes.
The old ones. What year was that? Like 70 something?
That one, I believe, late 60s, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe it's mid to late 60s, and gorgeous. This was a dark gray, and there were pretty much like everyone who walked by that car, they just stopped and they were taking photos or they were staring at the car.
Yeah.
That one caught everyone's attention. That was a gorgeous, gorgeous vehicle.
Now, you mentioned hot rods. I've been wanting to do a podcast on, and if anybody's out there that has somebody that's in the know, because this is like, Professor, who in your estimation would be the go-to universal expert on all things hot rod?
You should speak to the director at the NHRA Museum.
That's
National Hot Rod Association Museum.
That's a good idea.
At Pomona.
You know what? I've been meaning to do
at
that
the Pomona Fairplex.
Because
yes,
that's another reason, and we have to do another podcast on this too.
Yes.
Another reason why Southern California is the automotive capital of the United States, automotive capital of the world, is because we're the home of hot rod.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
We did the home of the import tuning scene, which actually it's a podcast that we recorded that I haven't even released yet. But home of the hot rod as well, which is kind of the same thing, right? The same concept.
Yes.
But spaced out for a different generation, right?
That's true.
Isn't it?
Yeah. And we're talking about American cars versus Japanese or import cars. Yes.
Just different, same thing, but different.
Yeah. Same thing, but completely different.
All right. Fantastic. So this is, it's beyond an honorable mention. It's officially part of the Professor's spectacular September of auto shows. Dun, 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 dun.
Yes. And I think we can put this on the calendar for next year.
Next year it will be. It will be.
It's also a judged show as well.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
All right.
They hand out awards. They don't drive the vehicles up to the stage, but they do hand out awards for the various classes of vehicles.
All right. Well, very cool. Cruz'n for Roses. Any idea what the attendance was on this one?
I don't know.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
Yep.
You're good with all kinds of things, but it's usually the attendance numbers are like, I don't know, dude. They had a bunch of really cool cars. I can tell you all about those. How many people came? Whatever. All right. Anything else?
It is a free show.
Okay.
Yes.
Sure. That's a good thing.
Yes.
So mark it on your calendars for next year, or better yet, just on a daily basis, go to iDriveSoCal, because we love to have the traffic. Come on over to iDriveSoCal. We'll have it on the events page. And like all the other awesome events that we have on the events page at iDriveSoCal, iDriveSoCal.com. Come and check us out. We love to have you. Professor, anything else?
I think that's it. So it'll probably be the third weekend in September of next year as well.
Okay, we'll put it on the calendar.
Yes.
All right, Professor. Thank you as always. For iDriveSoCal, I am Tom Smith. Thank you, as always, for tuning in. Hey there. Still wanting more iDriveSoCal content? Just go to iDriveSoCal.com. From there, you can subscribe to our podcast and newsletter. And you can connect with one of our awesome car dealer partners to get yourself a sweet new high-tech wonder on wheels. And oh yeah, we always want to hear from you. So please connect with us on Facebook and Twitter. Or if you're not a big social media-ite, you can email us suggestions for stories, people, places, or events you think we should cover. Here's the address: media@iDriveSoCal.com. That's media, MEDIA, at the letter I, drive, DRIVE, SoCal, SoCal.com. Media@iDriveSoCal.com. Thanks again for listening, and definitely reach out with whatever's on your mind.